Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're here in Los Angeles at Marquez Clásico with Dawes. Guys, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
It's always a pleasure to see you guys, always a pleasure to record with you guys. The record, Oh Brother, is out in the world right now, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And we're about to hear 3 songs from it. What do you want to do first?
We'll do house parties. My sons are running around in here, so if you hear if you hear a little bit of that, that's what that is. Hi, Ozzy. All right. Next on our list is the M&M store, then the Statue of Liberty after F.A.O. Schwartz. And as I carry the bags, I wonder what we're doing this for. You don't find the good stuff on a guided tour, but house parties and local bands, back porches with Bowie fans, spilled drinks on a baby grand, and midnight sing-alongs. I don't care for designer brands, souvenirs from a trinket stand, house parties and local bands, that's where I belong. This sunburn is bad, and it goes all the way down. And these drinks in the daytime are never quite as fun as they sound. These days at the beach feel more like just sitting around. So if anyone needs me, you know where I can be found. House parties and local bands, good weed with some Joni fans, old friends playing Mega Man, and a little Donkey Kong. I don't wanna see Disneylands, beer bellies and farmer tans, house parties and local bands, that's where I belong. Well, we've come to Chicago at the wrong time of year. My eyelids are frozen and I can't feel my ears. It's not that I don't like museums, but we live near a few. If you want the real thing, you know what you gotta do. House parties and local bands, conversations with Kanye fans. How can you possibly stand that man after all he's done? I don't care about Paul Gauguin, a starry night or the Son of Man. House parties and local bands, that's where I belong. House parties and local bands, that's where I belong. Oh, hey.
And thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Griffin. Thank you so much for doing this. And thank you, all of the Goldsmiths. We've got much of the Goldsmith clan with us right now. And so, oh, brother, clearly it's all in the family. What's happening here right now on the record. What was it like? What was the Goldsmith family like? Did you guys have musical parents that got you into this? Or what did the household look like when you guys grew
Yeah,
up?
Dad is a musician, and you know, I think like in like most households there was a lot of music on, but ours was more. It was less like the top 40 of the day or whatever people listen to. It was more specifically whatever our dad grew up on or loved, and so it was Steely Dan, a lot of Stax Volt, and certain glaring gaps too. Like he wasn't a Joni Mitchell fan, and so that stuff like that we kind of found later on, like at the inception of our band. But yes, there was a lot of music around, and we were always singing harmony, and
we didn't even know that was like a thing that was like hard that you had to learn how to do. Like when we were a certain age, people were like, wow, you sing in harmony. And we just thought like that's just what singing is, right? Like we didn't really like learn it. It just was something that we did with our dad because he told us like you do this and you do this and I'll do this, and it felt good, and so we would do it, and so it just came so naturally to us thanks to him.
And he would book gigs once we started playing, and we'd play 4 hours on New Year's with him because that was what, you know, again, what we just thought was like
much to the chagrin of his other musicians. They didn't
and the guys he played with, they were serious. It wasn't. He was very supportive. Both our parents are, but it wasn't all. You sound great, man. You know, keep it up. You sound awesome. Like he would tell you shouldn't do that. Or like when we would sit in, the guys in his band who were always like amazing, accomplished, legendary musicians in some cases were like, you know, this isn't Battle of the Bands. Like you can't just bring your kids up.
Yeah.
So there was a perfect amount of like support as well as being challenged to actually rise to a standard.
Yeah, a lot of kids I feel like our ages were like, music room had Pro Tools for the first time, and everyone was figuring out how to record things. There's the first generation of the studio rat, at least for like digital recording and what it is now. But we were going out late with our dad to like the Baked Potato and places around LA where we'd be super tired for school the next day, but it was like teaching us how to read other musicians in ways that I think was more commonplace in a time gone by. But it was just kind of what was presented to us, so we didn't realize it was different. Hi, Ozzy. Hey.
Up there.
You guys up here? Okay, you want to sing?
Oh, both of you?
I want to sing.
What do you want to sing?
I want to sing.
Don't touch the mic.
Swinging.
You want to sing Swingin'?
Yeah.
He's a big Tom Petty fan.
Well, you're driving the bus here on this. What do you guys want to do next? Do you want to dive into
wanna
one
go to-
another from Oh Brother? Do you want to do a family jam? Like, what do you guys feel like?
I wish we knew Family Jam. We're getting there. We owe it to our dad. Yeah, here's a song about where we come from. My trainer tells his clients he's a shaman. We smoke some DMT before we binge. My diet's strictly protein shakes and ramen, so we make sure to purge after we stretch. I'm in still Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Out on the bleeding edge of fashion. I'm in still Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. My therapist confirms that I'm a victim. It's everyone around me that is bad, using words like toxic and intentions. And every session ends with "this was rad." I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Leave your comment underneath the caption. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. I just booked a Taco Bell commercial. I eat a bag of cheese without my hands. My agent thinks it's slightly controversial. It's not great for the image of the band. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Only way to make it here is Fountain. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. I have a friend who wouldn't name his children. He says that it requires their consent. The oldest says he likes to go by kitchen. The baby thinks her name is made a mess. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Behind every good man there's a mansion. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Where every vegan sleeps in sheets of satin. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. Okay, I was okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It's special. That's unique. This is not going to happen
And
again.
all the cameras
So
bounce in the chorus.
yeah, oh, they're shaking, but we can see why they're shaking,
Okay,
and it's
good.
totally fine. Clearly, Los Angeles is a relatively easy place to lampoon and poke fun at, and you guys are so good at doing that. Like every one of those things was so nice. Like, do you feel like there is any other place that you could be in order to write these songs, or does this place just inspire so much of what happens musically and character-wise, just like human behavior-wise, or?
I mean, it's definitely like I always describe it as it has this like we've seen too much quality, no matter what, like good or bad. Like no one's really impressed with anything that's you're doing or how weird your life is or anything like that. And so that aspect of it is, yeah, it's a microphone. Yeah. It's that part of it is. Oh, we gotta put that down. Microphone. Let's go. Here, hold on one sec, guys. So like with that part of it, you just get addicted to it. I know that it's like we're making fun a little bit, but I also feel like I wouldn't do that if I didn't have so much love for the place. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I just feel like it's taught me how to be me, and it's hard to imagine who I would be somewhere else. I fantasize about it. It sounds really fun, but my relationship with this place runs so deep. And then I meet those like lifelong Angelinos. Like Jackson Brown has this, where it's like you've been here the whole time and there's just something cool. And I'm sure that goes for any city. When you've like really sunk in and that's your place, that's just, I don't know, something I admire. And it's looking like we're getting up to 40, so I might end up here forever.
It seems like once this city's got its teeth in you and you're and you've made it work and you're part of the machine, it's kind of hard to leave. Like I love it here. I feel like particularly with where I live, I finally really struck the balance of like quietness versus the city, but the music business is only in a few cities, and this is one of them, and we're entrenched, and so it just feels like leaving LA, you're walking out on more than just the place you live, and so it's tough. I mean, I love it. I'm not complaining. I want to be here, but the idea of like maybe I'll move to the mountains is romantic until I realize like I'm just gonna never see anyone again,
it's cool to be there for 10 days or 2 weeks, but then
exactly.
And I think it requires a complicated identity for it to come off as rich to a listener or a reader or whatever it is that you read. Like if however the city's coming across. Like when I listen to killer songs about Las Vegas, I could tell that there's a conflicted relationship, and it just makes it all the more interesting for me, and I lean in much harder when I get a glimpse of that. Or Lou Reed with New York, like or Bruce Springsteen with New Jersey, even though he sings about it as if it's like all of planet Earth. But it's that thing that is so exciting to me.
I think it would be a little apocryphal if he was singing about Los Angeles and the cheesy elements about it without actually living here.
Yeah. If it was not coming from one of our own, I might get a little defensive.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I've lived in Northern Michigan for portions of my life, and I can make fun of Northern Michigan, but I wouldn't feel that.
You probably wouldn't allow it.
Yeah. And I've been in New York now long enough to feel like I live in that city, and then when we're driving down Sunset Boulevard, this place makes me feel instantly a different way, and it's totally welcome. I love being here as well.
Yeah, the nice thing is that it's so huge that it's like there's something for everyone. People come, like we have friends from the UK or whatever, they'll come, they'll stay on Vine in Hollywood, and they're like, it's not LA's not for me. It's like that zone's not for anyone. That's for like tourists that have no idea what they're getting into. It's like, so it's yeah. Or downtown. You're like, I love downtown, but it's a certain flavor. And so, if you don't like this, you can try Pasadena. You know, there's something for everyone.
Nice. Well, thank you guys again for the music. Thank you for the family hang. This is totally a total pleasure on our side. There's a third song coming up now from Oh Brother. What do you guys want to play last?
This is a song called Surprise. Once the gatekeepers decided we would fade into the crowd, you took what makes you charming and you turned it up too loud. Now how many songs does the band have to get through before you steal away the mic? How many cakes do you have to jump out of before no one yells surprise? I remember us both learning that no one's dreams come true. They're either not quite how you saw them, or the goalposts just get moved. That's when you changed your expectations and started rolling your third eye. But you still don't know the ending. You can't spoil the surprise. Now the nature of your birthday party changed a lot for me. What was once a celebration feels like a shameful victory. I guess we all confuse our happiness with what it takes to just survive. But the moment that the switch gets flipped, there's always a surprise. Now there's a little bit of poetry in what you're doing to your face. Removing all the evidence of our shared time and space. But your eyes close when you smile now, because you're squeezing it too tight. If this is how you double down, you're in for a surprise. There's a nightclub deep in Hollywood for each night of the week. Watching all my fake friends congregate where no one wants to be. But you have to muddle through it if you want to make it out alive. And the ones that find the other side are always a surprise. Now I'm not letting myself off easy here. I've been going through it too. I might have leaned into things more gracefully, but what good did that do? You found your way to rage against the dying of the light. I thought I knew who I was meant to be. I thought I planned for all contingencies, all the roads laid out in front of me. But it's still a big surprise